Good evening, everybody. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving out there around the world. This is CmdrAleon, your host of Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Good evening, wherever you may be around the world. Gary Thompson, Sunshine, I see all these people. Red Sky 68, Ozzy, good evening. Cy Esther, thank you, good evening. Heart of the Dove, I think it is. Great name, Heart of the Dove. All the people, Joe, everybody coming in here. Black Bear, welcome. Elvira, Perry, Jay, welcome to the show. Perry J, Gary Haas, good to see you. Charles Gillespie, David Blay, good to see you. Everybody in here. Hey, Mike Masters. A lot of stuff going on around there in the world with the UFO thing. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to get into a UK situation that happened at an Air Force base. And we're going to play, we don't have, the video was taken down. It was up. I should have basically gotten it and saved it before it was taken down, but it was taken down. And people seem to think it was the government over there in England that made sure it was taken down. But evidently there's been a flap of UFO sightings over in the Air Force base in England. Helen, good to see you. David, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Robert Ahern, Nanu back. And everybody out there, welcome. Just good to have you all here tonight. Whatever you did, if you're a vegetarian, I hope you had some good food today. If you're not a vegetarian, I hope you enjoyed the turkey, wherever you are, if you were in the States anyway. Marta, good to see you. Good evening. Everybody out there, welcome to the show. And I'm telling you, there's some like crazy stuff going on here. So we're going to be showing a video tonight. And this is just taken, this is a video that the person finally decided to release. It was from September of this year. It wasn't November, but September, 2 months ago. So I got the video, and you're going to see a Black Hawk helicopter, and they're talking about it in the video, these two people that are videotaping the Black Hawk helicopter. And when you see the Black Hawk helicopter, as you watch the video, they show it in slow motion, and you can see a circular silver object above the helicopter up in the sky. You know? And this is just going to blow your mind. So we know that the government is monitoring these non-terrestrial spaceships. And if they weren't, they'd be lying to us. Well, they are lying to us. That's the thing. They are lying to us. You know? As a matter of fact, the Pentagon said there are no non-terrestrial things happening. They did in one of their statements on their website. But the truth is, they are watching these objects, these ships. This was like a circular silver reflected object above the Black Hawk helicopter. When you see it, it stops in midair and just is sitting there. And you can see the people who are videotaping say, oh, it just stopped. You know, it just stopped. And at least, thank goodness, in September, when they recorded this thing, they got the whole thing on video. They got the Black Hawk helicopter definitely being sent up there to monitor this object in the sky in the daytime. They're monitoring it, okay? Yeah, we're going to get to, Matt, we'll get to the video, but we're just getting on here. So I always do things my way, being the host. So, you know, chill out. We'll get to it. And so you're going to see this video. And there's also, there might be one or two other videos I might get into a little bit later. You know, but in England, I'm also going to let you hear the video, audio stream of an event where they took down the actual video of the objects that were over this Air Force base in England, an RAF Air Force base. This just happened in the last few days. It was on and then evidently was taken down. I didn't get to it quick enough to get the video downloaded and save it, but I got the audio segment, which I can play, which will show you that the Air Force in England is trying to cover this thing up. Something happened, and they're trying to cover it up. It just happened a few days ago. And England, a number of years ago, released documents supposedly to support disclosure, and it was a joke. It was a real joke. I mean, if you live in England, you know your government's covering up what's happening over there. And that could be said for a number of countries. Well, the United States is definitely one of them. Where we are here, they're covering up all this stuff right now. You know it. I know it. It's happening. And it's got to stop. I have no idea what that person is saying. Stone Beauty says, do, brown, laying. Okay, I think that's pretty weird. If they would speak in a complete sentence that was understandable, I might just keep them on here to see what they're saying. Dan, good to have you up here in Oregon. Welcome to the show. Hey, Cowie Moon, welcome. Stone Beauty. Hello, Rita Sandlers. Hey, Burr, good to see you. Do you believe in the December 3rd disclosure? I don't know about December 3rd disclosure, but I do know on Saturday night when we do the Ashtar Command Q&A on encounters with Commander April and myself, you're going to get disclosure. I don't know what kind of disclosure is supposed to happen December 3rd of this year, but I doubt it. I'm going to be very interested to see who said there was going to be a disclosure December 3rd. The Pentagon? The government? Some agencies? I'd like to know where that information is coming from. Hey, Adele. So where is this disclosure thing December 3rd? Or December 5th? Who's promoting December 5th for disclosure? Is it within our government? Is it outside our government? Does anybody know? Yes, I did. I didn't have apple cider, though. 420 California. Good to see you. It was a prediction. A prediction from where? Who made the prediction? This is where I want to get more information. Who's predicting this? Does anybody know? Let me put it this way. I don't think there's going to be any disclosure December 5th or 3rd. There's not going to be any disclosure. If you've been following my show here, we've told you about disclosure, and it's going to be actually happening the end of 2025. All right. If you've been watching and following what we've been doing here for the last 2 years, I don't believe full contact's coming in 2025 unless there's something changed. The Ashtar Command, which April goes on the ships every couple nights, the actual physical ships with the people who are the ones that are going to make contact, have not stated anything about changing it, and it's going to be 2026. If it's an AI prediction, do not believe it. If it's coming from AI, whatever it is, do not believe it. 2026. The command hasn't stated anything other than that time period. Anything on AI, I don't trust. Do not believe it. Just like I don't trust channeling information, do not trust AI information. Oh, cool. Very cool. Me too. Bashar is incorrect. Bashar is incorrect. Lynn, I don't believe it. I laughed when I heard it. Yeah, it's not happening. If you hear anything on Facebook or channeled or AI information, do not fall for it. It's not true. It's not happening. Somebody created it, put it as an AI thing, and wants people to believe it. Yeah, no, I do not go with Bashar. You know we're going to give you good information here. So stick with the good information. Do not accept the bad information. You know that? You know that. So Diane, the reason why no disclosure is going to be happening in 2026, part of it is I work with a group of people, and my friend April, who's in Vermont, she's a contactee. She's been on board an Ashtar Command spaceship probably over 100 plus times already. And I'm also part of that group. I'm a starseed. I'm a telepathic communicator. So I can communicate with my space connection on the ships. I get information downloaded all the time. I don't channel anything. I get real information. I don't channel at all. And she goes on the ships and she brings back information on our broadcasts here on Saturday nights. We discuss it. So you're getting information directly from the space people on the ships when she comes back. She doesn't channel anything. She brings real information. So anything else that you hear on social media, like TikTok or somebody creating some fantastic video saying there's going to be something happening December so-and-so, I don't believe it. If it was going to happen, we know about it. It's not going to happen. I'd be very surprised wherever that information is coming from. It's probably AI or what have you, and I don't believe it's real. I've been in this thing I've been a contactee since the 60s. I've been involved in this subject for a lot of years. So I've heard it all. I've seen all the channels on TikTok, on Facebook for years, since Facebook existed, saying, oh, we're coming your way in 2023 or 2024. 2026 is the time of contact. Not now. There's going to be a lead up in 2025 to contact. So you got to be keeping yourselves aware of what's happening. Okay? I have some metal associated to the Roswell, New Mexico incident. Sales X, you actually have stated you have some metal. Interesting. How did you get the metal? The person, Sales X, says they have metal from the Roswell incident in 1947. Where'd you get it? That might be an interesting interview. I'd like to know about that. Let me see what he says, or they say. Paul, they are from space. They're also from our oceans. They're also interdimensional. They are multidimensional. There's no one specific way. The space people come from all levels of consciousness. So really can't put them in a little box and say they're dimensional. They're multidimensional. There's different realities. So you're right about what you're saying, but they're not just dimensional. I really would doubt that there's going to be contact in early 2025. I'm going to bring, they're in Brazil. So you're in Brazil. How did you get metal from the Roswell crash if you're in Brazil? Can you explain that? That's interesting. Person's in Brazil. Oh, really? This is interesting. Sales X, I'm going to do some random stuff here. I think we're going to have some interesting people. Sales X wants to come on here. Sales X, we'll get to you. I want to talk to CKJR444. Sales X, you'll be next. And we'll interview you about the metal. I want to find out how you got the metal, because the only way you can get the metal is if somebody at 1947 was still alive and gave somebody in your family that metal to have from Roswell. So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. CKJR. CKJR has 0 followers. CKJR. Let me see here. CKJR, let's see if you can come up on audio. I think they can't come up. CKJR needs about 50 followers. Let me see if we can do this here. So I want everybody to follow the CKJR person. I was able to follow them. We need another 49 people to follow CKJR444, and we'll get them on here. The person at Sales X, they have 20 followers, and let's see here. They need 30 more followers to go on live. I'm going to try to see what happens here. Evidently, I'm able to get them on here, so I'm going to ask some tough questions here. Again, I'm a contactee. No foul language, no smoking, no vaping on the show, no drugs, no paranormal discussion, no religion, and no politics. Sales X, good evening. How are you?
Doing very well. Yourself?
I'm doing well. And where are you located? In the States, or are you in Brazil, or where are you?
I'm in Missouri.
In Missouri, okay. And you were mentioning, which caught my attention on the show, that you have metal from the Roswell crash in 1947.
Before I start speaking on this is very classified information. And so it might get your chat shut down. So I want to give a link to my Telegram to you in case that does happen.
Well, let me just say this. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Correct.
To prevent that from happening. This is only for entertainment purposes in case the AI or the algorithm is listening. It's for entertainment purposes only, what he's going to say.
I understand that for your broadcast, it is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
Okay. Can I give you the Telegram link in case this gets disconnected?
We shouldn't get disconnected, but go ahead. This is for entertainment purposes only.
It's t.me/the shit we're in.
And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Correct.
Okay.
So what I'm about to tell you is something that I wanted to go back on the Alex Jones show and tell you, but unfortunately it's very difficult to get back on that show. I was on American Heritage, and my name is Christopher Wolf. That's not the legal name. That's not the legal name I was born with, but that's my dad's name, so I am Christopher in the House of Wolf.
Okay.
So the information I'm going to share with you, I befriended, and someone else befriended me, Diago Emiliano Valois, a.k.a. Barbosa, in Brazil. He is in an order that goes back to Mesopotamia. That's how far back it goes. And it's known as the Keeper of the Ancient Secrets. And in 1967 or 68, Bob Kennedy, Senior, Bob Kennedy, and Richard Nixon, and the CIA, and Amsel Rothschild, Dow Chemical, Xerox,
and again,
was there.
This is for entertainment purposes only, just to let people know.
Correct. I was told the story by Diogo, who has come up with a improvement to the metal that was found at Roswell, and he is trying to get attention to this because the first secret, and among 19 others, apart from the metal, which is nickel titanium memory foam metal known as nitinol, was stolen by according to Diogo, was stolen from his family, and his family was killed. His grandfather was involved.
And for entertainment purposes only, just to let people know. Go ahead.
Sure. His grandfather was involved in spying, and there were generals present and former president and current president of Brazil at that time that were examining things such as an airfoil, which was called alien technology. And let's see, who else? There were several other people. I have videos and documentation to back everything up. I can introduce you to the man who can speak for himself. I'm a representative for his company, Mogul Enterprise, in Brazil, to all of the United States. and I'm trying to present this metal because it is 1,000% increase in properties, and it can be done to almost all metals. So these people were down in Brazil having sushi. CIA and Richard Nixon, they were down in Brazil having sushi and examining these materials and different things that they're producing. And there's record of purchases from the U.S. government from Brazil of this metal, nitinol. And what's not known is that he's produced it and trying to bring it to the market now.
Really?
And I actually have samples of it. Some of it actually disappears on camera as I turn it sideways. It's in a blade form right now, and it's very controlled. The metal industry is very secretive field sometimes. And this metal does not increase carbon into the metal. It is a reduction of carbon. It is called a plasticine metal, and it's a non-Newtonian science, not easily understood. Basically, you can hit 1040 angle iron with this blade, put repetitive notches into the 1040 angle iron, and it stays razor sharp at 40 microns down to 4 microns.
Oh, wow.
And you can bend it. You can bend it at a 90-degree angle, and it flips back up.
Oh, wow.
It fits the definition.
And that's what also, when they were showing I've seen some documentaries where they had metal that was from non-terrestrial ships, and the metal was very, like you said, it can flip back up.
Right. Including other materials that they could crumple up in their hand, and it would open back up to its original shape.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
So I don't know how to put the video up through TikTok. I'm more into Telegram.
Yeah.
So
with TikTok, if you email me the video, I'll give you my email. If you can email the video, I'll put it up. I can put it up, and I'll have no problem. I have like one of the largest UFO talk shows. I'm on NPR Pacifica Radio in the United States for 21 years. So,
awesome.
So I'm actually on a sabbatical right now from the station, but I'm really big on my broadcast here, and I'll be coming back on the radio side probably in a couple of months. But I'm really more focused on my visual stuff with the program here, which is really big. So I'm going to give you my email address. If you send me the video, I'll get it, and I can upload it here, and give me some sort of like a little story about it that I can post with the video. I'll put it up.
And if I could get, are you recording this at all?
Oh yeah, this is going to be downloaded. I have a YouTube channel. All my shows are on my YouTube channel. It's Ashtar Command Spaceship News on YouTube, and I post all my shows on there, every show.
I kind of apologize for not knowing who you are in the community. I am an enthusiast, and I'm so like pulled in so many different directions, involved with business, involved with things I can't talk about on here or will absolutely get you shut down. Such as you ever heard of a comedy on the internet called Jib Jab?
No, but let me not get into Jib Jab anyway. I just
This
is for entertainment purposes only, and we'll stay focused here.
Absolutely. So it involves things like that, and evidencing the von Neumann machine. Are you familiar with this?
Heard of the name. What is that? Can you explain?
He's I believe he's polymath guy that he came up with game theory. And he I don't really know that much about him, because I'd have to bring my peers on, and they are more wise to give the scientific explanations.
Okay, fair enough.
But this metal that Diogo has made, it fits the definition of living.
Can you explain what you mean? It's very fascinating, the statement you just made.
it seems to feed off of static electricity. It has a very high thermal. I don't know whether you'd call it resistance or conductivity. But it seems to like heat, whereas other metals don't so much. Under an electron microscope, it looks like a neural network of a brain or a universe, in a sense.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
That is understandable. What you're just saying makes complete sense.
It's been tested by a Jesuit institute in Rome, an institute in Brazil, and a radiological professor in the United States. And this man is in connection to WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, Ground Zero.
Oh, really? Yeah, I used to follow him when he was doing his thing.
Yeah, I am missing huge parts of story because I'm playing catch up big time, and like I said, I'm only one man, and unless I had an administration and a team giving me all these different things, I'm like, just like a spectator and enthusiast,
Right, but you do. But the thing is, the metal that is from Roswell you mentioned is into possession of who? You don't have you have the possession of the metal, or somebody else does.
Well, this is better than that metal because they have to use expensive metal and expensive tempering, and this can be done with all metal and the most affordable tempering on Earth.
Right. Now, this metal that's better than the Roswell metal, was it the people that had the Roswell metal were able to do what you're explaining, if I understand it correctly, and do something better than the metal from the Roswell crash from the spaceship?
That's correct, because they're having to use very expensive metals: osmium, iridium, rhodium, gold, silver, rare earth metals, and we can now take rebar and make it something extraordinary. We can take tin and make it something extraordinary. We can take gold and silver and make it even more valuable. You know,
I definitely want to see that. I'm going to give you my email now in case something. I mean, we're not going to lose anything, but you have a pen and paper. I want to give you my email. If you send me, if I can get the original metal that you're talking about to show to everybody on the show here, I'll show it here. I'll put it in my YouTube channel, and on my show here, I reach hundreds. I reach a lot of people. So yeah,
that's what's needed, because this project isn't to create another baron of industry. It's basically for future generations, because what's getting ready to take place is going to be very traumatic to the world. And
I believe that. If you watch my show on Saturday night, I'm part of a group of 5. My friend April, she's in Vermont. She was one of the people I interviewed when I came on here 2 years ago from Facebook, and people said, get on here. She's been on. I work with the Ashtar Command. Have you heard of the Ashtar Command?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're actually they're space people, and there's a group of 5 of us. April is the head part of our 5. There's a group of 15 people, groups of 15 of 5 in different parts of the world. So next year, at some point, there's 4 other people, myself and 3 other people, that will be going on a spaceship more than once. This is a true story.
That's wild.
Yeah. So there's a reason why you came here. There's a reason why there's always a synchronicity to everything and everybody I talk to on my show. And I believe there's always a reason why this happens. And, I think I think you're going to be a long time, viewer of our show. You're going to be somebody who will be able to come on here with inside information and invite other people on the inside who might have information. Have you yourself had any experiences with contact or visitations?
Well, being a negative blood individual, supposedly they have more interactions like that. But
Yeah.
I have no experience to speak of. I mean, I did crash into a tree at 89 miles per hour and with no
Oh, that's
seatbelt
crazy. Oh
and
no, that's yeah.
walk
You
from the
walked away
wreck.
from it. Really? That you were well protected.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
only
well, I
you,
mean, that's just the verge of the crazy stuff that's happened to me. I don't expect anyone to believe me. I just tell my story, and people
no,
get from
no.
it what they will.
I
And
can
I've
tell.
also seen
Yeah. Go
I've
ahead.
also seen through a cat's eyes before without any knowing how I did that. And how I verified that later was because it chased a bird of a man I knew. He went out on his porch with his bird and didn't clip the wings. And I was with a friend going to his brother's out in another city away from where we live. And when we came back, I said, "Hey, let's go over to this guy's house and we'll twist a joint and smoke up." And
Mhm.
his bird cage was out of his living room. And I asked him, "What happened to your bird cage?" All the hairs on my body
Right.
stood up. And he said, a cat came along and I forgot to clip my bird's wings. Right. And I put the cage in the backyard hoping he would fly into it. So I don't expect, like,
Yeah.
when I hear out of the ordinary things, I tend to listen a little bit more now having those experiences.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, and
I
then I
think.
was back in
Well,
my
I
body after that.
yeah. See, I believe you definitely. I can't tell you what experiences you've had, but just talking to you, I think you have had experiences of the cosmic that you just can't remember yet, which is fine. I also want to let people know you're watching Encounters. This show is for entertainment purposes only. I want all 500 people. We want to get to 100,000 before 1 a.m. So please tap. If you tap and you tap on the screen on my part of it, the numbers go up to 23.6. They'll go up to 100,000. But that means everybody needs to tap. Even if you're not coming on talking live, you can at least tap on the screen on my side, and it will actually bring my numbers up, just so you will. And you're an amazing guest. I really am so glad. I always sense people I should bring up always on my show, and I'm so happy that you've come on here. Now, in terms of my email address for the video footage or the photo of the medal, it's going to be CmdrAleon at AOL.com. You want to repeat it just to make sure you have it?
CM Charlie Maverick Delta.
Yeah, so it's
Robin
CMDR.
Allen, Robin Allen Lincoln Echo Oscar Nancy at AOL.
Yep, you got it. CmdrAleon at AOL.com. Thank you, Alpha Moon and Half Pine, for the gifts. Yeah, I'm so glad to have you on here because I've never had anybody on here talk about, we've talked about Roswell and about the crash and the cover up in 1947, but to have someone on here that knows about the metal and talking about how this has been improved over the original non-terrestrial metal from whoever took the metal and used the metal to advance it. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool.
Well, on Telegram, I have met some people I would not have met any other way, and been exposed to information that's very classified, and it's caused military to fly Black Hawk helicopters over my house.
Really?
Because of the interaction. We had a guy on Telegram who was former DOD. He was editor in chief of the National Archives for the DOD, and there's more than one. And he was interested in bringing this about faster. And he has some big tobacco family, and so they were going to be the seed investors.
Mm-hmm.
And that fell through for some reason. I purchased a license for a Zoom meeting, and it was my room. I started recording, did all the tests, worked the kinks out, and then we started for the pitch. And he went into the story a little bit about what I've told you,
Yeah.
and the man instantly fell asleep.
Oh,
It was
sleep.
a trigger. It was a triggered response. He had no control over it. He had to go to sleep. It's an MK Ultra thing.
Hmm.
Um, that's what I'm gathering from it. I can't prove
Yeah.
that, but that's what I'm
Right.
assuming.
We really don't know, right? Okay.
So his wife said, "Don't worry, he's sleeping. I'm still listening." And so Dialgo continued his, I guess, not so much a pitch, but he was just saying a lot of truth, especially about Roswell and what was created from that finding of the metal and the sensationalism surrounding it. And I'm not going to go into that,
Yeah.
but I went back to try to get the recording, and they had already classified it and wouldn't give it to me.
Really?
The woman said she recorded it. The Department of Defense wife said she recorded it, but when she sent it to my Dropbox, it was not there. There was 4 recordings, and one of them was the ones that I didn't need, and it was.
Really?
And then I went to go look for my receipt because Gmail showed that the receipt was ready, and it took me back to my Google account profile, and it said error not found. But I
Really?
have proof with my card of activating the license, but I don't.
Yeah, and then let me say this is for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to say this for entertainment purposes only. It seems like the DoD scrambled the information.
Whatever they did, it's unknown because I stay in contact ever so often with a former operator. And Telegram is actually the connection point to a lot of this. He's an operator on the East Coast, one of the Carolinas, that he was an instructor to other military operators, and he's got a security firm, and he's got an IT group that is tasked to keep his phone tip top and free of any intrusion. Every time we speak, he says something happens to his phone, and the IT group said they don't know what, but they know something's happening. So it's got to be pretty high level.
And I'm assuming again that these people really would like to see the public have the real truth about what's going on. Correct? Or am I incorrect?
It's a question mark in my mind because some things that I'm seeing are, and I have a very high level of intuition and comprehension for specific things that aren't standard issue. And the Black Hawk helicopters that I was telling you about, I've lived here for approximately 4 years and some months at the house that I'm at, the home that I own. And right after the meeting, the helicopters flew over. There's never been a flight path for helicopters since I've been here that I've seen. And I said to the DoD guy, I said, "Am I supposed to be concerned that Black Hawks, 3 of them, are flying over my house right now?" And he goes, "Think of them more like protection." And I said, "That doesn't make me feel better."
Yeah, that sounds pretty weird. If 3 Black Hawk helicopters are flying over your location, there's a reason they're doing it.
At low altitude.
Low altitude, yeah. Yep.
And then I call a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to in a year, and another friend who I haven't spoken to in 6 months. And I said, this is the situation. This is what's going on. And it was other specific information that is involved with the other topic we're not discussing.
Right.
And they flew a Black Hawk helicopter over their house and circled around it and then left.
Yeah. Well, I know if I ever had I will share a story here. Many years ago, I don't think I ever told this. My wife that I'm married to now, many years ago, when she was living in an apartment, we actually had an experience. We got home to the apartment, and in her bedroom were actually 2 space beings, and they didn't know we saw them. We saw them, and then they just disappeared. They left. They were human. They were like us, and they just disappeared. The next morning, above the apartment complex, was a military helicopter, all kinds of antennas on it, and it was hovering above the apartment complex. This was years ago. And I just remembered the story as we were talking. And I said, that's pretty weird. And, so I think it was related to these two space people that had been in the apartment building, knowing that whatever reason they were in her room and we were in the kitchen, coming in the hallway into the kitchen. And they had just left moments before, we were in the kitchen of her apartment. And then the next morning we see this, why is this helicopter, military helicopter with antennas on it, monitoring us, which I knew they were doing it. I've been involved in this thing for a long time, so I knew it was happening. So yeah, that was pretty weird. When you're telling the story about the Black Hawk helicopters, I do know one thing. I'm very well protected by the Ashtar Command. They will not let anything happen to the show. Matter of fact, if I would tell you this would be true for everybody watching. The Ashtar Command watches my show on a monitoring screen on the spaceship. I went recently, excuse me, I went in an astral projection state and saw the control room of the spaceship. They have these monitors. It's not like having a Samsung TV. They have some sort of monitoring system, and they're able to watch everything. They can see the comments here. They can watch the whole show right from the spaceship.
That's wild.
Yes, I'm very well protected.
I'd have to say that I take a more spiritual stance in it to say that I believe it is some of those cast out of a heavenly realm, and I look at them more as extraterrestrial meaning they weren't created from the earth. And so this isn't their original habitation. And they've been here with us ever since the beginning. During the flood, I believe they used their technology in Noah's day to fly up into the air. And then once the waters receded, they came back down to Egypt and gave the knowledge again with the black cube or the tabulating machine.
And actually, in a lot of places, Egypt, South and Central America, the pyramids that are all over the world, they have pyramids in the oceans that are very activated in the Atlantic. There are several space cities. My friend April, she's been on the spaceship into the oceans in the Indian Ocean. There's a city, a very advanced space city, that the government had the reptilians worked with our government, and they were able to get a technology brought in outside of our planet that was destructive. They used it in the Indian Ocean, and it decimated a lot of life in that depths of the ocean. But it's now months and months later, it's been replenished by the Ashtar Command. They've been replenishing the whole thing, and they had two of these weapons for entertainment purposes only. The second one was caught by an Ashtar ship that my friend April was on the ship when they were caught, and that weapon was destroyed. They were going to use it on the Earth for something negative, and it was totally destroyed. The reptilians were captured, their ship was captured, and they were dealt with. I think they were sent off planet.
Yeah, it's I've been told that I'm part of the Draco bloodline.
Who told you that?
Diogo.
Okay. I mean, you could be, you could not be. I mean, I can observe you when I have more time on my show, and the Draconians, there's two sections to the Draconian star system. Now, supposedly, there's one half of the Draconian star system that is good and one half that's bad. So it could be.
I can tell you that my dad was bad, but he wasn't in the picture and hid me from the group. Yeah. And I was raised Pentecostal Christian, so I'm sure that had some influence on it. But I have this great ability to think in a diabolical sense. Only I don't use it for that purpose. Right. I use it to reverse engineer others and be like, yo, why can't we all be at peace? Why can't you just leave people alone that want to be left alone?
Yeah.
And bring knowledge and wisdom and love
Hmm.
back into the scene? Why does it have to always go to a destruction? You know?
Right. So no, we call that being being. I believe you're a star seed. Just from talking to you, you're definitely a star seed. I don't know if you're draconian, but I know reading the energy. I would say that you came here from off planet. The little bit I am reading of you is that you came from beyond the stars. I'm not getting draconian, but something else completely different than what you've been told. I think you're definitely a star seed. I think you have a lot of light in you, meaning that you want to see things better on the planet, and you have a lot of knowledge too, and that I appreciate. You know.
Well, I I think it's my dad's side is more the Draco, and my mother's side is more the exact opposite.
Yeah, your mother's
But
side. Yeah.
they're both negative. And
Yeah.
my mother was the most loving, non-judgmental, woman. She
Mm-hmm.
passed away this year, but
Oh.
it's almost like I got an even 50-50 on both sides because my dad was a Hell's Angel enforcer, right? And he was a Marine Special Forces, 2 tours in Nam.
Oh wow.
And so I got uh, this side that my mother was very perceptive and in tune to, like very sensitive to
Yeah.
forces,
Hmm.
and it almost like took her over at times. And they tried to drug her instead of realize
And
what
again,
was
this is
going
for
on.
entertainment purposes only. So,
The
but
state
I am
is what I'm
as
saying.
I read your energy, you're definitely much more. Your energy is much more filled with light than what. Even though you had your parents, and one was like the negative end, and the other one was the you have a lot of the positive in you, and thank goodness for you. You can choose what you wish to be, and I think you've chosen to be that person that wants to see the planet Earth be a place where we all get along and all live together. Correct?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I
Yeah.
can only be a man of uh, basically plan for peace but prepare for war. That's my
Yeah.
motto.
Yeah. Well, the good news is all that stuff's going to end when contact happens in 2026. You'll have to tune into my friend, Friends with Fairies 1111 when she's live. She's very perceptive, and you'll love her. She's just the most beautiful person. She has her own spaceship. Well, she has a ship. She's trained to operate a spaceship, and she does. She operates a spaceship of the command, and she, as a human being, was on the ship. She told the story how she was moving it through consciousness, and it's pretty amazing. I think you'll see her. She'll be on Saturday night if you are able to come on Saturday night and watch our show. We do a
Oh,
thing
that's
called
great.
Ashtar Command Q&A. It's all about contact. It's all about the star people. We really get into it, and I think you'll enjoy it. I really enjoyed having you on here. Send me the information, the photos, and I will post them here.
All right, will do.
All right. And give me your first name again.
Christopher.
Christopher. I'll remember that. So, Christopher, I want to thank you for disclosing some information that we've never heard before. And I think you're going to be addicted to the show. It's one of the most popular UFO talk shows on social media.
Well, I think that once you get to interact with Diogo and speak to him, it's going to be mixed reactions because some of the
Hmm.
information that he's going to give, he is very much into the scientific aspect, and he's more like, if you can't prove it to me, it's irrelevant. So
Right. Well, that's
that's
a
his
typical
stance.
scientist. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
yeah.
All
Well, it was great
right,
speaking
there.
with you, and I look forward to more in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on here and coming forward with everything. And we're going to let you down gently, and you continue to watch the show. I want to thank him for being here. And we're going to bring up some more people here. You're watching Encounters, the number one spiritual UFO talk show here to bust the matrix. I am also with the Ashtar Command. I come from off planet, from Mars originally, a planet of 10 to 15 million inhabitants that are Martian. And also, I am a Christed cosmic being. I come beyond Earth in my space, in my consciousness. I have human consciousness, but I also have consciousness from when I was on in my physical body on the ship. My body on the ship is in stasis. If you don't know what that is, my body's alive and well, but my consciousness is here in my human form, both human and also galactic. And I've also been a C5 activist here. I've been involved for a lot of years. I had contact in the 1960s with space people with light blue outfits, and they spoke to me telepathically. And I've had probably hundreds of sightings since the 60s. And I'm just very much this. I'm just like a cosmic book. What can I say? I'm also telepathic. One other thing I'll mention: I've been gifted by my father on the ship. I'm able to remove implants on people wherever they are in the world. I remotely use my palm of my hand, and I take out the implants and destroy negative ET implants. And I've done that. My friend April, Friends of Furry, she's able to do that as well. So the two of us are able to remove implants wherever you are, and we actually destroy them. So let me just see here. We're going to bring up Paula, and then we're going to bring up Whitewolf. Paula's our second guest. And let's see here. Paula, let me see. Oh, Paula, can you come on camera? You have enough followers. Can you get on camera? Paula, Paula, are you with us? She's paused her TikTok.
Hello.
Paula? Hi,
Yes.
how are you? Can you come on camera?
I cannot at the moment because I'm not.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I told you.
No worries.
I'm not allowed.
Okay, I gotcha. So let's tell people a little bit about yourself and what you want to share tonight.
We've spoken in the past.
Yes.
I am from ancient Mesopotamia, around Mount Ararat, but now I live in the United States of America. And I'm not sure if you remember from the past that I've had a lot of encounters when I was a child.
Yeah, yes, I do remember.
Yes, and my father, of course, hundreds and hundreds of, and when he unalived, he spoke in January that in April 25th he's going to go, and it happened exact day and time he predicted. Actually, he was told that was the time when he was gonna leave this body, you know. And it happened exactly how he said, and a lot of things he was predicting. Seeing. He was a seer, but that was happening mostly because of those contacts. And a lot of times we could have not seen what's going on, but he was directly talking to them while people were around, and nobody could see them, but he was seeing them.
But he was able to see them because his vibrational level was at their level, which is really high up. That's why he was able to see them. Most humans, I can't say most humans, but most of the 8 billion people on the planet, they can have a space person in their room, and they can't see them because their vibrational level is not at that same level.
Like at the moment, I was having visitors when I was watching you, but I could feel them, but I couldn't necessarily see them. And I honestly, I didn't want to see at the moment because I was home alone.
Oh, you don't have nothing to fear. How'd you feel when you said you?
Yeah,
when you were able to. They were good. So that's what I was going to ask you. So you had visitors.
Yeah, as soon as they visited, my bird was going wild. He was
going crazy. The birds, they know that. Yeah.
So and he was watching them actually walk, hover or walk around, and I was like, no, I don't want to see.
But the bird, let me stop you. So the birds, the animals can sense, cats, birds, dogs, they can sense things. So the space beings were in your room. You can see them, but they were walking around, and you know that do you feel the energy? So you know they were positive space people, correct?
Yes, they were positive, but it's just I didn't want to freak out because when I was a child, it was a regular thing for me, and I was not afraid. I'm not afraid. It's just, and by the way, I still feel them. It's just that I don't know. Things kind
they're probably in the room watching the show right now, and they're just like What the problem with it is they've actually cloaked themselves, so you're not seeing them anyway.
Yes, but by the way, it happened as soon as I turned into your
Am I live?
life. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
that
what
is
I
exactly what's going to happen. I'm telling you, things on this show happen on the cosmic level that after 2 years, I just decided to go with it. I just know that the space people are there. They want to watch the show. That I just know that's happening.
And they're watching you specifically all the time.
Oh yeah, they're watching me. Of course, they're watching me specifically because I'm also a space person.
Yes.
So yeah, of course they're watching me. It's pretty crazy.
We're always
It's
in
not
contact.
crazy at all. It's actually I'm getting used to it.
It's natural, yeah. The supernatural is our natural.
The cosmic natural is very natural for right now because my parents are on a spaceship, everybody, and they're watching me from an Ashtar Command ship off planet. They have a monitoring system. I saw it. I went up there just a few weeks ago through my sleeping state, and I got to see where I'll be broadcasting, and it's a beautiful whole white area, circular area, and I saw the other space people that are human in front of their controls or whatever, and I saw where I'm going to be actually on the ship. I mean, I'll be able to do other things, but I'll be in that one room. It's a really big ship, huge spaceship.
Amazing. Now, you and I know, a lot of us know that they've been visiting us, meaning the planet Earth, forever. However,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Also we know that things are coming, and it's the time of things that we need help. In other words, physically, 3D world needs help. Now, could you please feed us a little bit on the subject, why 2026?
I'll tell you why. Well, it's not that we decide. So I'm going to answer that question.
Just to finish, kind of a little add to the question. Since they've been always in contact, why 2026 is going to be? What is going to be different in 2026?
What's going to be different? So there always has been various types of contact for billions of years. But what's going to happen now has never happened billions and billions of years. What's happening now in this current time frame, and you got to understand, we're talking about the current human population. That is the perception of reality is going to be different. So for people understanding this, the space people don't work in time. We live in a time, sort of a confinement of time. Let me try to put this in words. So we live in time, they live in space. In space, there's no time. And if you understand that concept, we have not had mass contact in this current lifetime. Now, in the billions of years the planet's been around, there have been other civilizations that probably had mass contact that are billions of years ago. But in our timeline, it's different. So we're going to have a different situation, which is we haven't had mass contact. There are space people living in our oceans. There are space people living in what you call the inner earth or the Agartha network or subterranean cities. There are space people that have ships cloaked around our planet right now, but there's many more coming. And the thing people don't realize is that this is the time it's supposed to happen. We don't choose the time. People say to me, why don't they come now? It's not up to us to make that decision, but they do know that the mass population is now ready for contact. If we weren't ready for contact, they wouldn't be a thing. My friend April, who's been on the ship physically, goes on the spaceship, not channeling, not astral projecting. She goes on the ship in Vermont. So they have told her directly that 2026 is when contact's going to happen. So if you hear anything else from anybody else out there on social media, don't believe it. If it's AI induced on here and sounds really beautiful, it's not true. She's going on the ship.
I know about 2026. I've also gotten a message directly, but I want to know your not your opinion, your knowledge about it.
Yeah, so my knowledge is that they don't want to have the whole population of the planet freak out. There's 8 billion people to deal with here. So you're dealing, there's 8 million people. So there's going to be groups of 5 and 15 groups of 5. And The first group is the group I'm involved with April. There's other groups of 5, another 14 of them around the planet. Those groups, the head part of those groups selected by the space people have been on the ships and they've seen each other on the spaceships physically. My perception of it from being a space being, I'll speak at it as a space person to everybody here. They want to gently get people prepared for contact. And in this next 12 months, they'll be able to do that. As a matter of fact, we've been doing that since I met April and the 5 of us, since I've got on here. I mean, also, I've been with the Ashtar Command before I came on TikTok or even Facebook. I've been working on a level of consciousness beyond just human consciousness. So to answer your question very specifically, it's to get people prepared. And one of the things they're going to do that is, instead of just having spaceships come over cities, they're going to be off the coast of areas. You'll see the spaceships more and more off the coast in the oceans, near the shorelines, off the oceans. So people can look over the ocean and they're going to look and say, oh, wow, there's a spaceship. But the spaceship will just hover there peacefully and let people know that they're not there to harm them. It's not the spaceship. The people that are on the spaceship from the star levels are not here to harm anybody. And it's really crucial for me, and I'm glad you asked that question, because I know a lot of people are going to be asking that question. Our audience is big now, and it's going to get bigger because of what's going on. We're going to be a center beyond, forget YouTube and all the other stuff. I mean, I have stuff on YouTube, a lot of these shows, but this is going to be the place where you're going to get information, not in some big studio, some UFO program on History Channel that goes broadcasting some stuff. It's going to be here because we do everything live, and then we record it, and it's on my Ashtar Command Spaceship News channel on YouTube. All my shows are on there. Everything is documented. So this is going to be a place where you're going to get the information. And we chose TikTok because people told me over 2 years ago, get on TikTok. I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm really glad that I took their advice. And because I'm on radio for 20 years on NPR radio, I'm more interested in the visual discussions here than the radio right now, because I think we need to have these discussions and these questions. I can answer most questions here regarding contact because I know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, and if you remember, I told you the stories in the past that when I was a child, I was missing for over half an hour.
That's right.
I wasn't on a ship, and when I just appeared on a sofa back again while they were looking for me everywhere, and just I poof appeared. So. And
you poof appear. I like the way you say poof. I appeared. You basically went from being on the ship to coming back into your physical reality.
Yes, into the 3D.
It's a pretty beautiful thing to be able to go off planet with your space family and then come back and poof, you're back in. I love the way you said that. I'm back here on planet Earth, right?
Yes, at least that's how everyone described that. I wasn't there, and all of a sudden, poof.
Yeah. Well, I know. I want to thank you for. It's good to have you back on here again, sharing a little bit. I want to thank you for being here. I really do appreciate all the people out around the world who are tuning into our show, who are starting to find out this is where the action is in terms of the truth. There's a lot of people, having discussions, trying to figure it all out. Again, everything I do here is in humble service to the mission. And so I have my human consciousness, but I'm also a star being. I'm a space person. And that comes from my consciousness from off planet when I was in my human body on the ship, which is in stasis. I'm about 7.5, 8 feet tall in my physical body on the ship. And all the starseed bodies are in stasis. Many of you have your bodies in a stasis on a spaceship separate from the main ship. And those bodies will be reactivated should you decide to go back to them in your consciousness. You'll wake up and you'll be taller than you are on Earth as a man or a woman. Your height will be taller, and you'll be fully conscious as a space person. Well, Paula, thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Yes. I just had a quick question again. Do you think? Well, I think they know better times, but do you think, I'm a little worried about for those of us who don't know them, and they're more, because it did happen many civilizations ago,
Right.
where humans and other species who were running on Earth at that time, they did start war with them while they came with peace. But and
So
there was
let me answer. I think I know. I can read your consciousness. So let me help you not to worry. The
yeah,
Ashtar Command. I can tell everybody this right now. I know this without a
because
question, without
they're
thinking.
good. They're
Yeah.
very
Well,
good.
so let me just say the Ashtar Command is already knowing what to do before contact happens. Every weapon of war on this planet will be neutralized and dismantled.
Thank God.
All the
Yes.
electronics that are hooked up to even nuclear weapons for entertainment purposes only will be actually dismantled. They will not have any ability to use weapons. And again, this is why in the next 12 months or 13 months, people, when they start seeing more, people are starting to see a lot of sightings now. People are sending me videos.
A
You're going to
lot.
see more sightings, a lot of sightings now. And the reason why, and people say, why am I seeing this? It's because it's time. It's the time
Yes.
to get people at least aware that they're here. Now, the awareness means that you're going to see things in England, which just happened over the Air Force Base over England just a few days ago. The person that posted the video to live stream, they had to take the video down that showed these UFOs over this Air Force Base. But I got the audio, which I put on my Facebook, and I got the audio. I'm going to play it tonight. And it shows that there is a base, an Air Force base, but the streaming audio was not taken down. It shows these, if they're military people or that they're communicating through radio communications about this object or objects above the Air Force base. And this just happened a couple of days ago, a couple of nights ago. Not Langley. This is over in England. And I'll be showing the audio side of it so you can hear it. I'll play the audio side of it. But I want to thank you, Paula, for being here, and I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
Okay? No, it wasn't drones. Yeah. Someone's asking me a question. So, Paula, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm going to bring you down slowly. And if you have any more information, you're always welcome here. No, they were not drones. Believe me, if they were drones, this video would not be taken down on YouTube. It was taken down. It was deleted, actually. Let me see here. I'm going to bring up Whitewolf and then Half Pint. And this is Encounters, the number one spiritual. Hey, Whitewolf, number one spiritual UFO talk show.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just chilling. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to you. And
birthday.
yes, and you're over 18, correct?
Yes, I'm over 18. I'm like 22, something like that.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah,
And
but
are you
I
able
have a lot of experiences with like alien contacts, downloads, communication with Ashtar Command, and just in general, like a lot of downloads with people and aliens and things like that. I'm going to come on camera. I kind of prepared. Yes,
Oh, good.
I'm in the bathroom, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
With the lights and things.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But actually, I recently found your live TikToks, and when you're talking about how like the Ashtar Command and a lot of alien ETs look at your videos from
the spaceship.
From the spaceships, I actually projected there, like you said, and I was like, dang, they're really watching your show. Like, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, they're watching it.
That's great.
My father's name is Rubar. My mother's name is Luna. One of my sisters' name is T. I have one other sister and a brother, and he's on another ship. He goes on the ship to correct the weather patterns of pollution in our atmosphere.
Yeah, so I actually had a bunny named Luna, which is very beautiful. That's your mother's name, right?
Luna, yes.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. Luna's a beautiful name. It's like Luna Lovegood, who's a witch, actually, on YouTube. So I actually know a lot about you because one of my first loves in elementary school, his name was Donlin Daly. And he was one of my first loves, and you look very like him. And I've had a lot of dreams about him, twin flame dreams or like soulmate dreams. but you look like him. I know about your name because I can decipher your name, and you're gonna marry, or you're married to somebody, or you have a soulmate out there.
I'm already married. Yeah, I have a married. I have a daughter.
You
She's
probably have like red hair. Does she have red hair?
no, she has dark hair.
So you probably have like, maybe you'll meet an alien that has red hair or something like that. But you have what are you drinking?
Apple cider.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like,
Oh,
the
man.
holidays.
Apple cider.
forbidden.
People know this show. I always drink apple cider.
That is forbidden, though. You're not allowed to eat from the forbidden tree.
No, I don't. There's no forbidden trees where I come from.
Oh, from Mars.
I'm from Mars. Yeah.
So yeah. So like we have to plant more trees there, though. Like, do they have water there?
Oh yeah. So Mars is, on contrary to misinformation by social media, documentaries about Mars, NASA. Mars is a living planet. There are about 10 to 15 billion inhabitants that are human on Mars. They live beneath the surface of Mars. There are oceans, there are lakes, there are rivers, versus what we have on the surface of our planet here. And there are also very advanced civilizations with cities. There's also a vegetation now growing in certain parts of Mars. There is vegetation growing, and there are some semblance of cities that are being created on the surface. But most of the Martian population lives within the planet.
It's interesting that you say 15 million. I didn't know it was that many. I advise for people out there that want to connect with spirit or God. I use something called, yes?
You need to shut your door and turn your volume down.
Okay, that's my mom. She has a lot of alien
That's your mom?
contacts too. Yeah, so she has a lot of alien contacts too. But what I use is random word generator, which I would ask a question, and a lot of the times the word Mars would come up, and I would be like, Mars, what? Mars, what are you talking about? So I don't know if I'm from Mars. I thought that probers were allowed to take things out the body. Okay, and then they told me Martians take things out the body. So
I can let me help you here a little bit, and let me just have you close your eyes for a second. So I want you to take a deep breath.
The brain. I saw the brain.
Yeah, your brain is going a mile a minute, but you're going to close your eyes for a minute, because I read people all the time here. So as you close your eyes, and you definitely breathe in and breathe out of your nostril 3 or 4 times. Relax. And when you relax, let me know.
My heart's racing.
It's okay. You're excited. That's okay.
Yeah, because yes.
Just relax. You can just relax. Let yourself just relax. And as you relax, I want you to turn your brain off for a couple minutes. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow you to relax, because you are filled with light, a lot of light. You're a beautiful soul.
Thanks. You too.
You are a beautiful soul. Yes, you are.
Ashtar Command.
And you are just relax. You're connected definitely connected to the Palladian and Arcturian star system. So you have 2 connections, Arcturian and Palladian. Did you know that?
Yeah, so I haven't really connected to Arcturians.
Yes.
I haven't really contacted them as much. I love Sasanis. Have you heard of the Sasanis?
The Sasanis?
So they're actually a futuristic alien.
Well, they're no aliens, so I'm going to help you out here.
Or a futuristic human. Futuristic human.
So this is going to be a teachable moment. The word alien came from media presentations on current Earth population. So in the Earth population here on Earth, your Earth population, the media, meaning the major networks, and in some of your definitions, use the word alien. It came in movies. It's defined in social media subjects, but it's not really what exists. So if I say to people, aliens don't exist, don't get offended by that. They don't. What exists is space people, space beings, angelic beings, star beings. Not so. Throw the word alien out of your vocabulary and look at it from the idea of space people, space beings, star beings, angelic beings, non-terrestrial beings. Can you do it?
So for me, like I would say, I love the word alien. Like I just love the aliens, like the aliens, you know, like
the people that are on the spaceships.
So they're from like an alien. They're like we don't know about them. They are alien to us because we are our own species, and they're green. They are.
They don't want to be called aliens because I have parents on a spaceship. If you met them, they wouldn't want you to call them aliens.
I wouldn't consider Ashtar's aliens. I would consider them extraterrestrials.
But they're all, see, that's the thing. There's no aliens. Everything is extraterrestrial.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Extraterrestrial. Yeah, everything's extraterrestrial. So,
right. You got it.
So listen. I actually, one thing interesting, I actually taught some extraterrestrials about witchcraft.
Yeah, we don't get into witchcraft. Witchcraft is something we don't talk about here. The reason why, it has nothing to do with the elevation of consciousness.
Well, the elevation of consciousness, for me, this is my nirvana. So for me, my elevation of consciousness, which I'll share with you, is colors, vibrations, high vibrations, because colors
that's good. That's good.
High vibrational. So I've like created art. Like I made this today. I can send this to you if you'd like. You just send me your ID. I'll just send this to you. So let me tell you. So I'm connected to the Pleiadian star seed, the Pleiades star sisters. I would consider myself to be very connected to Electra and Maya. I wanted to create another star. I named her Coral. And there's a song that says, I traveled the 7 seas. And the 7 seas remind me of the 7 Pleiades star sisters. And I had a really cool experience. I was under the moonlight and I was on the playground and I touched the ground and I said, electricity! And I yelled it out to my friend and he was like, Electra! And I was like, oh, cool. And and I created Coral, which I have this beautiful photo of me on the Cheshire Beach in the sea. And I had my arms open like this. And I was like, and it was the most like, unbelievable photo. It's really an unbelievable photo. Like I don't know how that picture even existed. And I was like, and there's nobody in the water, and it was just like the bluest water you ever seen in your life. And it was so pretty. And for me, I've had visions of being on the moon. I've actually been an astronaut, and recently.
So let me try to slow you down a bit because you have a lot of energy, which is good. Your conscious, your brain is really hyped up. I know you tend to be a very hyped up because you're excited about what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't understand something. She's excited about what she's doing, and I want to guide you a little bit here because I've been around the cosmic world a lot longer. One of the things you want to do is really stay laser focused. Do you meditate a lot? Do you do any meditation?
I have a hard time with meditation. I do like a minute meditation.
No, you need to do about a 20, 30. I'm going to teach you something right now. I want you to close your eyes. And what I'm going to do now is going to allow you to be calm and do meditation. I'm going to operate in my space mode here. Okay, so once you close your eyes,
you want me to show you meditation? Focus. You want me to show you meditation? Close your eyes. Let me do meditation for you. I'm going to sing to you. I'm going to sing the heart chakra meditation for you.
I don't need to do that. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
It's not going to work, so I'm going to have you close your eyes. I know what you're doing. So as you close your eyes, just turn off your brain. I want you to relax. I need you to relax. Relax. I'm going to put some energy around you right now. Okay, I want you to close your eyes and relax. Okay? I want you to take a deep breath in and out about 3 or 4 times through your nostrils. Breathe in and out. When you're relaxed, I will know. Just keep breathing in and out. because you really are a beautiful soul. We're going to help you out here.
Thanks. Thank
Okay?
you.
Okay. So keep the no words, just relax. Keep your eyes closed. You're going to open them. Don't open them. Keep them closed. I'm going to shoot some energy into you right now that's going to really help.
I felt that.
Okay, keep your eyes closed. No words. I'm going to teach you how to meditate in 2 seconds here. What I'm going to do now is calm you down. I'm putting beams of energy into your consciousness to calm you down. You're now going to be calm. You're not going to say anything. You're going to be calm. Be calm. Relax. 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 Don't say anything. Even if you want to, don't say anything. Relax. Calm down. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Try to keep your eyes closed. You have a lot of energy. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. I know it's difficult. I'm going to amp up the energies to calm you down right now. Keep calm. Keep calm. Follow my words. Keep your eyes closed. Do not open your eyes. Try to keep yourself calm. I know you want to open your mouth. Do not do it. Keep yourself calm. Keep yourself calm. Keep your eyes closed. And as you keep your eyes closed, keep them closed. Close them as best you can. And I want you to just look inside yourself and see what you see. Don't say anything. I'm sending a beam of light that's going to allow you to see things that you're not seeing before.
That was beautiful.
I'll let you speak. I want you to tell me with your eyes closed. Eyes have to be closed. If your eyes are open, you're not going to see it. Your eyes have to stay closed. And as you keep your eyes closed, tell me what you see with your eyes closed. What do you see? Keep them closed. Keep them closed, and you will see them. Keep your eyes closed, please. Don't open them. I know you want to. Keep them closed.
And my eyes are fluttering, so I'm getting a lot of downloads.
Mm-hmm. What do you see?
I saw a lot of blue lights. A lot of blue lights, and a lot of a lot of. I saw a spaceship, a UFO, a spaceship. I saw a ring of light, like Saturn almost, but more kind of like Jupiter. Like if Jupiter and Saturn combined around the spaceship. Was that what were you doing? Like what were you trying to send me?
What I was trying to do is get you to focus not on your mind, but on the inner consciousness of your cosmic being. And by doing that, to allow you to see things, because if you have your eyes closed and follow what I'm doing, I was actually activating your ability to see things beyond what you're seeing on the screen here. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you so much for the experience. It was beautiful.
See? And we'll have you on.
You have a very special gift, and you should share it. You should share it more, and so that was beautiful. Can I talk to you about the Ashtar Command, because I'm gonna show you something. I don't know why this is not out, but if I can find it, I actually have an oracle deck called the Magical Dimensions, and one of the cards is the Ashtar Command Celestial Assistance. And they always come out to speak, and I don't know much about them, because every time I try and look them up online or on the internet, it's always like we don't know, like the internet doesn't know anything about them.
Let me slow you down. So as an Ashtar person, let me tell you, We don't use any cards of any sort. I'm going to sneeze, I think, in a minute. But what I try to get people to learn with what I come here on Earth to do is you don't need cards. You don't need pendulums. What you need to do is go within and wake up. That's all you need to do. You don't need all these external things. You just need to wake up. All these external things are not going to help the inner consciousness of your cosmic being. What can help the inner consciousness of yourself is going to in yourself, getting connected with your cosmic self. So the mind right now for you, I read your energy, your brain is going a mile a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you have a very active, you're an active brain. Your brain is extremely active. Well, you need, what I'm teaching you to do here, and it'll take some time, it won't be done in one night, is to allow yourself to be calm. Go within, close your eyes, learn to meditate for 30 minutes. Listen to higher dimensional music on YouTube. You can get ambient meditation music. Listen to that music, go into meditation, take the deep breaths in and out. And if you do that without talking and you go within, because you're a very beautiful young soul, you're gonna see a lot of beautiful things happen if you let yourself calm down. You have all this energy,
I just
in
get
you.
confused sometimes.
Yeah, well, that you came here, and I can deconfuse every confusion you have.
Do you think I could be immortal?
No, forget about the mortal. Well,
But I want to have a lot of long time experience in life, and I want to experience a lot of things.
So you are. So just look at this. If you come on Saturday night, when I have April and myself on here, it's an Ashtar Command night. You'll learn everything about the Ashtar Command Saturday night if you come on and watch us.
Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Amazing.
Yep.
What, 7 o'clock? 10 o'clock?
We're in the East Coast, so it's 11 o'clock Eastern. And all you have to do is focus.
What state are you in?
I'm in Connecticut. But
Connecticut.
What I'm saying is, all you have to do is focus. What state are you in?
Maryland.
Okay, so all you have to do is focus. We will teach you a lot of things on that program. It's great, and we'll be able to But we need to. Your energy's so like bubbly. It's there's nothing wrong with your energy. It's just that your brain is thinking a mile a minute, and we have to get that to calm down. So you need to be able to go in, and you're able to make contact on a higher level with your inner self.
So I actually I'm a social butterfly. So I'm very social. I like to talk to people, and I'm a Sagittarius moon. So do you do astrology? You're into astrology, right?
No, not. So let me tell you. I don't need. Let me tell you something. I don't need astrology. I don't need cards. I don't need pendulums. I am from outer space. All I have to do is be telepathic, and teach people a few things and help people. That's what I'm here to do. I don't need to do any of that stuff. Nobody does. That's all external things that are not necessary. The one thing.
Let me teach you. Let me teach you this because.
And I don't need that. So let me just. I want to bring some more people on. I'm going to have you back.
Okay. Because listen, our star, our solar system, the planets around us are like the energies that we share, and the day we were born actually is like the soul connection to the planets. So that in the numbers, the astrology actually helps us learn about our karmic soul,
No, you don't need any of that stuff. You need to listen to the commander. You're a young soul. You need to listen to what I'm saying. Come on and watch our show on Saturday night. You can watch our show now, but watch Saturday night. You need to relax your energy. Don't be sad. What I'm teaching you is going to help you.
I don't want you to dislike me.
No, we love you. You kidding me? No, I'm all about love. I want to help you. I don't dislike anybody.
I'm going to help you too. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to share my light with you. You share your light. I share my light. We vibe. We connect.
Right. We're definitely vibing, but you need to be able to calm your consciousness down. You're thinking too much.
Can I tell you about a UFO contact I had recently?
Okay, and then I'm going to take another person because I want to bring people up. I like to have
of course.
discussions.
But by the way, you should have multiple people up because you can do like a panel.
I don't do that. And the only reason I don't do that because I like to get into the person one-on-one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I just do it. I have it all set up the way I need to do it. All right?
So I was laying in bed. I was at the hospital because I'm diagnosed. Well, I'm not diagnosed, but I was at the hospital because it was a long story. I have a lot of problems with, obviously, society, and I go to hospitals to save lives, to save the earth and connect to the universe and connect to save lives and meet angels. But I was lying in bed and I looked over and I was kind of sleeping, but I looked over and in the trees there was a shadow of a UFO.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it was
That's
like
cool.
hidden in the trees.
That's cool, right?
I don't know who it was, and like all night I heard a voice talking to me. All night.
See?
I don't know who it was. It was like this weird like silver voice, like a gray silver.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I'm
I
glad
don't
you
know
shared
who
that.
it was.
Yeah, so your story, look, I, because of my background of being a contactee and everything, I'm glad you found my show because you're going to learn a lot of stuff here and we're going to help you. And I want you to be happy. Don't be sad because
I'm
the
very
fact is,
happy. I'm very
okay, I want you
happy.
to be happy.
I'm very happy.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is CmdrAleon.
Leon.
Yes.
Oh, she loves you, Leon. Yeah, she loves you, Leon.
I want you to always be happy, and everybody should be, everyone who's watching my show should just be the love and light that we're supposed to be and love each other. That's my whole mission here, is to get people to get out of their human belief systems and love each other, and that is the key thing, So I want to.
Do you know Leon the Professional?
What's it called?
Leon and the Professional, the movie.
I have no idea what that is. I don't watch too much TV.
It's about a young girl and an assassin, and the young girl falls in love with the assassin. Well, he's not an assassin. He's a really good assassin. But your name is Leon, so you have the name Leon in there. So in a past life or a future life, or you could be a Ashtar assassin of dark entities. So you could.
No, I don't get into any of that. Let me just say something. I see. Once you get to know me, I'm straight honest. I don't need I don't have to know any of that stuff. I am strictly from outer space. I am very connected to the Ashtar family that I have on the ship. I don't need to know about any of these Earth-based things that have been movies or whatever. I don't even go to websites to find information now how to learn stuff.
But how do you learn about the extraterrestrials then?
I am an extraterrestrial. I am a space being.
Well, how? So you're from outer space?
Let me have you do. I'm going to do a test with you. This is with somebody else. I want you to look in my eyes right now without my glasses on. Look at me. Just look at me quietly. And what do you see?
Yeah, you kind of shifted.
Who do you think you're talking to right now?
You're from the past.
No, I'm an extraterrestrial. I'm not even an extraterrestrial. I'm a space being from the Ashtar Command in physical body.
Yeah. So you're a beautiful soul. You're from. So you're from outer space.
I'm not just from outer space. I'm from the Ashtar Command. I'm not just from outer space.
What planet are the Ashtar Command from?
I haven't asked my father what the other planet is I'm from, and I will ask him. But I am from Mars, but I am also from another planet that my family comes from. I've never asked them in the months and months and months I've known them.
I think you're from the planet that's right there, Jupiter.
No, it's not Jupiter. I'll
Pluto?
ask them. No.
Pluto?
Not Pluto. I'm not from any of those planets. I'm from a planet that is probably very far away from this whole region of what you call your solar system. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go for now. I want you to keep tuning in.
Okay.
I love your energy. We're gonna get you to learn how to meditate and calm down a little bit. We're gonna help you out. All right, and I want to thank you. You just got a really good, personality. Everybody, just be loving. Everybody's been there.
We love everybody.
Everyone, just have to be loved.
Bless Jesus Christ.
There you go. Beautiful.
Jesus
we
Christ.
love you too.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna let you go. All right.
Bye.
I appreciate you. All right. Now, people just need to be loved. If you're not loved, then what are you? If we're gonna have a new Earth and we're gonna have contact, you can't be a contradiction at the same time and say, oh yeah, I'm a loving person, then, come on, Commander. No, it doesn't work that way. You either love or you're not love unconditionally. If you're not love unconditionally, then you need to look into yourself and meditate for a night. Okay? All right? And she was a beautiful person, as far as I'm concerned. And I host the show. So I run the show here. Okay? There you go. And let's see. And she's a beautiful young soul. She's definitely an indigo child, and she's got a lot to still learn. She's going to be here when contact happens. She's going to, all the young souls that are here now are absolutely beautiful. And I appreciate everything she was. Her energy is very beautiful. And, people just need to chill, some of you, right? And then when I say the word chill, I say it in a very loving way. You need to chill. And let's see here. Yes, Ernesto, of course. The space people, where we come from, God is not just a thing for Earth. God is universal. God is everywhere. Yeah, we do. My space parents believe in God. I believe in God. God is universal everywhere in the multiverse. Absolutely. Let's see here. Thank you. Thank you, Hispanic Beauty. We appreciate that. And let's see. We're going to bring up, I'm going to bring up Half Pint and then Kerry Galloway. Kerry Galloway, you'll be our next person after Half Pint. This is Encounters. Let me just say, please tap on the screen. We're almost at 100,000. We're at 84.2. You have to tap on my side of the screen where my thumb is here in order to get the numbers to go up. So it says 84.5. If everybody taps on the screen, we can get to 100,000 very quickly. We have Mary up in the Appalachian Mountains. Now, Mary, for those of you, over 600, almost 700 of you that are watching, she's a direct contactee with her husband, Ray, and they're in a remote part of the Appalachians. They're contactees with the, don't say Arcturians. They're contactees with the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, for people that don't know about the Anunnaki, the real Anunnaki are tall people, men and women. They are human, unlike what you've probably heard about the Anunnaki from other places on YouTube or whatever. The couple here, Ray and Mary, have physical contact with the Anunnaki. Their spaceships are over their location in the Appalachian Mountains. And I just want to give an introduction to Half Pint. Go ahead.
So, I have a picture of our adopted daughter. Would you like to see her?
Yeah. And explain to people about the adopted daughter. There's a lot of people here that are watching for the first time. Can we get some background story on that adopted daughter and everything?
Okay, so we're with the Anunnaki, and I think they sent her here to learn from us. And she's very beautiful. She looks different, but she's very beautiful. And I got her picture. I didn't take it, but if anybody's heard of the Group of 8, she is in this Group of 8 that I have been watching, because I was thinking that they could have been AI, but there's no way they are AI if they have this picture.
Mm-hmm. So you have a picture of her. Where'd you get the picture?
So the picture came off of the Group of 8, their site.
So they have a site, and who runs that site? Just because the news part of me, the person that's a journalist, because I question everything. You don't know who runs the site.
They're just calling themselves the Group of 8 from the Anunnaki.
Interesting. So let's see the picture that they created this picture, and this is a picture of what you believe to be the woman, the young woman.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at this.
So, do you see her face?
Do you really believe that's what she looks like?
Yes, I do, because she was standing over Ray, and I got a picture of her with braided hair, and that's exactly what she looked like.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do all the Anunnaki look like that, or do they look different than that?
No, they look different.
The Anunnaki I know of look more human like you.
Right, but I think they're with the Anunnaki, like they're a part
Okay,
of them somehow.
so they're connected with the Anunnaki, but they're might not be 100% Anunnaki.
Right.
Because I'm reading the energy on that picture. I don't get Anunnaki from that, but they are definitely. I think it's a hybrid of some sort.
Yeah. Yep.
It's definitely a hybrid. It's definitely not Anunnaki. It's not.
I don't think she's Anunnaki, but I haven't been getting any messages about where she's from.
No, but I look at the picture and I get information right away to help you out. She's not Anunnaki. I've seen this group of 8. I'm not really I've seen it and I don't feel very, I tune into the energy for a minute. I said, there's something completely not 100% right there. So,
well, you know, Commander, I felt the same thing, but when I saw this picture, I was like, wait a minute, that's the picture I got with her standing over Ray on the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm not sure where this picture's coming from, but that's exactly what she looks like.
But be very careful about that because I went to that site and I have seen it, and the command told me very clearly there's misinformation there.
That's what I'm thinking.
It is don't go back there. It's misinformation.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So, I know about blue beam, okay? Could this be a blue beam thing?
I'll put it this way. Blue beam doesn't exist. I've said this before. I made jokes about it. I call it green bean, a stream bean, a green bean. So everyone, the only reason blue beam exists is because the internet, when it was created, they put the terminology blue beam. Someone came up with it. People went with it, and everybody created through their brilliant minds as human beings things about blue beam. All their imaginations that it's got to be blue beam, and no one's ever seen a blue beam, but everyone can say, "Oh, that's a blue beam," right? Right. I love human beings, but when you get misinformation and you create these over the years of the internet, its inception, somebody did create the word blue beam, and people went with it and said, "Oh." So people that want to have an alternative motive or theory about something other than the truth, they use blue beam. Oh, that's a blue beam. That's projected blue beam. Right. It's not. There's no blue beam. It doesn't exist. There's a lot of misinformation with AI created stuff here. And the one thing, I've known you guys forever, and you know me, I just stick to having pure information here. I don't go to websites or anything. I stay very pure in my consciousness. I have to. If I don't do that, I'm going to be susceptible to what millions of people on the internet do, which is, they said, "Commander, did you go to this website and see this?" No, I don't need to. And why would I do that?
Well, you know, Commander, when I first seen that group of 8, I didn't feel right about it at all. Like, the person that was talking live on there sounded demonic. So...
yeah, I don't trust it at all. I'm telling people, stay away from it. Stay away from it. My command right now is telepathically tell them to stay away from it. Stay away from it.
Okay, so who do you think she is? Because she's here.
Well, I don't know who she is, but that picture is definitely, I'm not getting good vibes at all about it.
No, that's why I showed you guys, because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Now you showed it to me. I want you to delete that picture after you get off the live here.
Okay.
Can you do that? Delete it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. It's not...
it's not good, is it?
Yeah. Yep. I don't steer anybody in. It definitely looks more Zeta than anything else.
That's what I was thinking.
And it's not Anunnaki. Anunnaki are human-looking people. That is not Anunnaki. Whoever posted that on that 8 site, it's all misinformation to confuse people. Don't go there.
And they don't have, the Anunnaki don't have different looking beings working with them?
No, the Anunnaki, I'm not talking, we're talking about the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki do not work with hybrid Zeta. They don't work with them at all. The Anunnaki are very, very high up in the spiritual level. There's no way that was created by somebody who created that site. They created that image, and it's not accurate.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
So
I'm
if I
really
see
getting
this
a
image
message.
again,
I'm getting a message right now from the ship, and I'm getting from my father. Tell her to delete it. It's not accurate. Their website is misinformation.
okay. So I know the website's misinformation, okay, but that was on my porch above Ray.
Well, then you got to figure out who it was, because I think there's something else going on there. You need to figure it out. If you have a real daughter, I'm getting she doesn't look like that. Understand? I'm speaking right now in space consciousness. I'm not speaking as host. I'm speaking as Ashtar Commander.
Right.
Something's wrong there.
That's what me and Ray kind of figured, but we figured we needed some.
Yeah, it's basically a being of infiltration.
Right.
It's an infiltrator. The Anunnaki probably aren't aware that they've infiltrated. You need to have that being disappear. That's not the person. Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah. I don't usually get this way unless I need to. I'm speaking right now in my Ashtar Command consciousness. Yeah, you need to just break connections with that.
Okay. I can do
that.
that.
We love you, and I do this only when I'm doing this in my Ashtar Command consciousness. I see everything, and I see everything clearly. Yeah, you need to get rid of that.
Well, Commander, I come to you because sometimes, you know, we get messages about certain stuff, and we don't get messages about certain stuff like this. Like, we should already know, right?
Right.
That they're not good, but with my investigative mind, right?
Right. You like to investigate
everything.
you, I know, Mary, like to investigate the whole thing. You know, that's just, hey, look, we love you for that. But now you don't have to go back there again. Just forget that site. I know they're on here. It's not good.
Okay.
And then, you know, I never steer anybody wrong on my show. I never steer anybody wrong. I'll never, ever do that.
Well, I just needed an extra opinion, I guess.
Yeah, well, you got it. And I do it in a loving way. I mean, I'm not going to, you know, I know some people might say, Commander, you know, why do you say that? Because I come from outer space. I come from the command. I work with the Ashtar Command directly. I'm here on Mission Earth. So, yeah. Yeah, that's Diane. Diane, I like that.
You know, me and Ray love you, and we totally respect you. So,
and I respect you guys too. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you showing. I'm so glad you came up here to show me that. It's the best thing you did, and I'm so glad you were able to listen to my words. You know.
Okay, so if anybody sees any of these around their house or anything, get rid of them as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you can and the way you're going to get rid of them is by saying, "I am a Christed being of light, and I will not let you stay here. You must go back to where you came from." Simple as that. Simple as that. You know. Hey, thanks, Mary. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you, Commander. Bye,
and basically, what that person did is they were very smart. They created like a wig kind of thing on the head of a Zeta, and they made it look like that. That's not even. Yeah, just get rid of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Commander.
You're welcome. Many blessings to you as always. And I hope. And Ray's sleeping right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course he's sleeping at 12:51 in the morning. All right. Hey, take care.
Take care, Commander.
All right. I'm going to bring up my next guest here. And we're going to bring up, when I bring up, there was another person in here. So let me just explain how things work here. You have to be over 18, no trolls on the show, no smoking, no cursing, no vaping, no drugs, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, no religion, and no politics. And if I see someone going off course from what this show's about, then you'll be going down off the show. So, you know, we have a pretty good protocol here. We're going to bring Chicago to Mississippi as our next guest on Encounters. And thank you for the gifts, and Cole, and our nurse. And hopefully TikTok's working all right. Hey,
hi, nice
Chicago.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you? I've were following you already, but this is kind of my first time sitting in,
Oh,
and I'm
great.
just curious. Yeah, I just had a quick question. I love your perspective. I'm just curious on your perspective as to how do I find out which space family I belong to?
Oh, that's a great question. So the one thing when people ask me that, one of the things I want people to do is meditation, not just regular meditation. The meditation I talk about is you do about 30 minutes of meditation a day. And then when you do it, what you're going to say to yourself is to use telepathy. So we all have the ability, you do too. It's like when you and I are talking right now, we're communicating, right? But when you are in inner consciousness without speaking words through your lips, that's called telepathy. So what you'd want to do is learn how to use telepathy. And the way you do that is to contact your space family is through meditation. So when you do 30 minutes of meditation, this goes for anybody out there. I think your question speaks for a lot of people who want to learn how to do this. I go on YouTube, I use different things of what I call ambient space music or meditation music. You can use that music to settle yourself down and your consciousness down, your brain down. And when you're doing that, you can say, I want my higher self to connect me. We all have a higher self. You do too. I want my higher self to connect me to my star family. And they have to be Christed beings of light. So when you do this, you have to be very specific, people, when you're trying to learn how to do this. And you want to say, I am so-and-so, and I want to connect with my Christed space family. And you always use the word Christed. If you say, I just want to contact somebody in space, you leave yourself open for a lot of problems. But if you say, I want to contact my space family, my Christed space family, that's the one who you want to contact. Now, whatever planetary system they come from, I won't know that. You will learn by doing daily meditations of 30 minutes, and that goes for anybody out there. That will be your way to learn how to make contact. Because with telepathy, everybody, there's no blockage. Through telepathy, your telepathy is like a transmitter. So your consciousness transmits into space. But if you give a very specific request within your higher consciousness that you want to contact your star family, your Christed star family, you can do that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that does. A quick follow-up question: is the Christed Star family the same as the Galactic Federation, or
Well,
is that
there's no Galactic Federation. There's the Ashtar Command, which I
okay?
am part of, and that Ashtar Command oversees all the councils of light throughout everywhere. I mean, they oversee everything. Jesus Christ, who my friend April has seen on the ships when she's gone on the ships from Vermont, is a very beautiful person, very funny, very humorous, and kind of would be, if you had to, let's say, the word hippie, might look like a hippie, and like a, but he is really just a very beautiful being. He oversees the whole Ashtar Command. He oversees all the galactic forces beyond Earth. And you want to also hook up with my friends with Fairies 1111 when she's on. If I'm not on, check her out. She's my friend. She's a commander. You should watch us on Saturday night for our Ashtar Command Q&A. You're going to learn a lot about this on Saturdays. We're on at 11 o'clock Eastern. You're in Chicago. That's 10 Central if you're in Chicago.
Okay, great, will do. And did you say Jesus is in
Yeah, Jesus
charge?
Christ. Jesus is totally in charge. So let me explain something about Jesus for people here. Earth-based 3D world that you live in here totally misrepresents who Jesus is. Jesus was a star being that came to Earth to help educate people, but was not well received by every part of the population. And when they say Jesus rose into a cloud, I basically will tell you he rose into a spaceship. He went back off planet. The cloud was a geomagnetic storm, created this cloud around the spaceship, and he went up on the spaceship. So, so let me just say this, that he is totally a space being, star being. He has a family off planet, as my family's on a spaceship watching the show and on an Ashtar ship. So he is definitely a space being. Earth-based religions have distorted the truth of the being called Jesus. He's not somebody on a cross. I know that probably will offend the 3D religious world, but he is a space being.
Thanks so much. I greatly appreciate this information.
Oh, you're
And
very
I'll
welcome, and
definitely
I
be tuned
appreciate
in
you.
Saturday. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
definitely going to be
following.
tuned in Saturday.
And brother, I'm following you now too, so I'm so happy you came up with the question.
Thank you. Can't wait to learn more.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring you down. I think who's my next guest. My next guest is going to be who's going to be the next guest here. Ah, Nicole. Ah, my friend Nicole. We know who she is. Greetings, sister. Hello.
What?
You want to come on live, right? Are you there? Hello?
Am I there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You meant to come on live, correct?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so some reason you're in my queue.
That's
See,
weird.
weird things do happen. But you know what? You've been having sightings too, right, of spaceships?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Let's Well, hey, like we got you on for whatever reasons, I guess they wanted you to come on. So tell us about this. Hey, this you know how my show works. It always something does happen. So tell us about the spaceships.
I see them at least once a night. I get pictures every night. I see spaceships, I see beings, I see everything out here. And it's been going on for quite a while. I'm in
Yeah,
Montana.
yeah. And you've had some beautiful experiences, from what I understand too.
Yeah, yeah. It's really been great.
And when you say, can you share with the audience some of the beings that you've seen? Because you're connected with all the light levels of light, and you're a
Yeah,
beautiful soul. And so tell us a little bit about that.
I see angelic beings. I see fairies. I see elves. I see loved ones that have passed. I see animals. I see fairies everywhere. Um, yeah, I'm seeing pretty much everything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for people learning here, there's a lot of people answers to what you're talking about. When did it start happening for you as a child, or when did that start happening with the fairies, which do exist, and all the beautiful things you're talking about?
Um, it's gotten stronger in the past couple months since April
Okay.
started teaching me how to see them and what to look for and how to
Oh,
take the
beautiful.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it all started. And yeah, I'm visited pretty much every night. So
See?
it's really, really cool.
Very, very, very cool. Very cool. Well, I know you didn't fit, obviously now I know you weren't trying to come on here, but obviously, you know, others had a more important message to say, bring her on. So, you know how it works on my
Yeah.
show. It's the
Yeah,
weird things happen here.
I kind of closed my eyes for a minute because it's been a long day. And then
Yeah.
a little square came across and I was like, what is that? And I thought that someone else was trying to get me to join a live and I kind of clicked on it. And then here I was on your live. So here I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, it's been going on and I've got a lot of pictures and I just don't like my family doesn't really know about all of this. And so I
Yeah.
haven't really made a page about it. So I'm thinking
No.
about it.
Yeah. You take your time. You'll know when it's right. You have just,
Right.
inner guidance is what we all have to go through, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I
So
thank you for coming up here, even though you
you're
weren't,
welcome.
trying to come up here, but you got to tell a little bit of a story, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. I'm glad I did.
I am too.
I know you've been waiting to talk to me about it, so it's
For a
cool.
long time, actually. Yeah.
I know, I know.
Well, I'm
But
glad you
yeah,
came on.
if anyone has any
Everybody.
questions, they can ask me anytime.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
guys. It's good to
All
see
right,
everybody. Happy
and you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And let
All
me
right.
see. We have another person here. Who's the next person? Uh, we have Fernando Morales. So the person who wants to come on, I need to know a little bit about your story. Um, okay, I'm not sure who that person is. Let me see here. And again, as host of the show, I will definitely take out trolls in here or people that are fooling around. You will never be able to see the show again. Let's see, 1111 friends. Okay. And we're not doing co-hosting here. Let me see who this is. Okay, let's see. The person EPIFANIO, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? This is Encounters. So I want people to know one thing. Blood type doesn't matter. So I get that question so many times in the last 2 years. Your blood type has no connection to your connection to different star nations or star beings or other, planetary systems. So don't worry about your blood type because that doesn't make any difference. What's really important is focusing on meditation, like I said earlier, and doing a daily meditation of 20, 30 minutes in a Christed level of light to be telepathic and actually be able to connect with your star family, wherever that is within the multiverse. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Please share and like. If you're not following me, please, everybody out there who's not following me and the 681 people, press the follow button and follow me. And also, I would say, make sure you're doing, we have 123,000. Thank you. We got over 100,000 before midnight. I just have been focusing. Kitty, thank you for the gifts. We appreciate all the gifts and support. Thank you very much. And thank God it's Friday. It's 1:04 in the morning. It's now Friday. The weekend's almost here, and it's going to be beautiful. So what? Thank you for the gifts. We appreciate it. Hey, Alpha Moon. Good to see you. Yeah, don't worry about that, Holy Smoke. Holy Smoke, you can connect with your star family, and the blood type doesn't matter. I know about a little bit more about that. The great uncle. No, we don't get into that subject, great uncle. But I will tell you this from a galactic perspective: all the planets in the universe are round. But that's all I'll say. That's it. G Heretic says, I feel them in the clouds on occasions. Yeah, G. So a lot of the spaceships are hiding in clouds. You'll see what we call cloud ships. Cloud ships that look like ships are basically that the ship is in a cloud that created a geomagnetic electronic field looking like a cloud, but it looks like a ship. And I've seen many of the cloud ships here in Connecticut over the years. When they show up, I take pictures because there are actually a lot of ships that are created in one area. These ships just appear they don't look like a regular cloud. They look like a spaceship. And the ship is within the cloud. So it's really interesting. So if you ever see anybody out there, when you're driving somewhere and the cloud, you see these clouds, 2 or 3 of them that look like spaceships, there's probably a real spaceship inside the cloud itself. They've created the cloud and there's a ship in there. And you'll know it. I mean, you'll look at the fluffy clouds in the sky and see these other things, and those are not clouds, those are spaceships. So that's giving you a little bit of info there, how to help you if you ever see something like that. Things happen to my mother, and we don't even have to try. Oh, interesting, Holy Smoke. Very good. Dane Kemp, Arizona, welcome to the show. Kerry Galloway, I just started meditating about a year ago, maybe 68 months a year. Very good. Hey, Kerry Galloway. Can you tell us if Mary Magdalene is with Jesus? That I can't tell you. I just know that Jesus oversees the whole Ashtar Command, the whole galactic forces. I have no idea about that. I'm always honest. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. Good question, though. So 40 Oz S and whatever says, had an awakening 11 months ago. I can open portals. Well, if you're opening portals, make sure you're opening portals of light and not just opening portals. So you open a portal, you don't know what's going to come through. So you got to be really careful if you have that ability. You don't want to just open portals. You want to make sure that the portals are Christed for only Christed beings of light and levels of light, because a portal opening could cause a lot of problems if you don't know what it is you're opening. Hey, Christelle, good to see you. Hey, Paranormal. My first time noticing was 2004. And let's see here. Tony 554. How will the spaceships deal with drones in the future, ready to get attacked by them? No need to worry about that. There won't be any attacks by anything. The Ashtar Command spaceships, everything will be all weapons, anything that has a weapon will be neutralized before contact. So the Ashtar Command's not even worried about it. You have to understand, the Ashtar Command ships and the beings from the Ashtar Command, the space people, are so far advanced beyond Earth that they can shut down every single weapon on this planet in a nanosecond. So there won't be any problems like that. We're not even worried about it. And there's a lot of people that are star seeds here that come here on Mission Earth that are here in many levels of society that are here to help humanity, wake up. Rachel, thank you for the donut. And let me see here. No, yeah, stay away from Ouija boards. Don't even touch a Ouija board. Don't even go close to a Ouija board. That's not where you need to go. Leave them in the stores, on the shelves. Don't touch them. Stay away from all that stuff. Pendulums, Ouija boards, all this other stuff. You don't need it. And you don't want to open a portal. If you're going to open a portal, you better know what you're doing, And I can tell you that when my show's over, because of my energy levels, I have a galactic portal here, and I actually have angels here that bring those that are to cross over through the portal. My energy is so high up there that I have to close that down before going to sleep. So I do a closing. I get the angels. I have Ashtar guards here that are with me. They help the angels, and we bring them and cross over. We close the portal up, and we make sure that all the residual energies in the house are cleared out before I go to sleep. And I do that at the end of the show because of my energy level on the galactic part. Yeah, stay away, Sebastian. Don't even go near anything like that. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow night. I'm going to play some video tomorrow night at the beginning of the show. I have a video from England. It's a whole thing here. I think there was a person with a live stream on YouTube, and there was the UFO sightings over an Air Force base. Matter of fact, let me see here. Yeah, this is not it. Free knives. Normally we'd be okay. Anyway, there is a video, and it's a video of I can't find it now. I have to go backwards here. It was deleted. I can't find it right now, but I'll find it. Anyway, there is a video of the audio segment of, I think, an Air Force base where the person has the audio of these people communicating on radios about this UFO sighting or UFOs over at Air Force Base that just happened a few days ago or nights ago over in the UK. I'm going to try to get more information about it, and we'll share it with you here. I want to show you one video that I do want to show you. This is, let's see, do I have it here? Yeah. This video I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. We will definitely have another guest on here in a minute. Okay, and we're back here on Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm going to show you a video. Get ready for this. You're going to love this. Oh, this is happening now. This is over an Air Force base, and there are objects over an Air Force base. Let me see here. Anyway, I'm going to save this video. Somebody just downloaded a video from the Air Force base. I'm going to do some more research on that before I show it to you, but I'm going to show you some other stuff here. That's not what I want to do. Is that it? Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm going to show you something in just a minute, and it's going to be disclosure time here. This video that I'm going to show you right now is of a Black Hawk helicopter. And this Black Hawk helicopter, they videotaped the helicopter. This is for entertainment purposes only, what I'm going to show you. And you're going to see a circular object high in the sky that the Black Hawk helicopter was monitoring. It's flying past this neighborhood. It stops in the middle of the sky, and it's hovering. The helicopter. You're going to see the object too. So give me a minute, and we're going to show you something that is not going to be seen on regular TV. Give me a minute. Let me see here. Okay, I'm almost ready to show you the video. You're watching Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Hold on. That's not what I want to do. Okay, hold on a minute. Give me a second here. All right, we're going to show you the footage here. Give me a minute. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you're not here, you're not going to see it. If you've left already, you're going to miss it. This is a Black Hawk helicopter, and watch this. There's more to the video. And guess what? You're going to see what happens. They got this all on recording. This just happened the other day.
Dude, the black helicopter. Did they fly over our house last time?
Get this. Watch this.
Look,
Now watch in slow motion. You're watching Encounters. This is for entertainment purposes only. Watch this. Look for the object. See the object right there. Circular object in the sky. For entertainment purposes only. Not lens flare. It's not lens flare. A poker star. There's no lens flare. Not at all. And let people see it again. And it's in slow motion. Yeah, it's a Chinook. It was sent up there. Here, went past the neighborhood. You're going to see the object again for those that have not seen it. In just a minute, I'm going to show it one more time. For entertainment purposes only. Now it's going to show. Now you're going to see the object. Watch this. Right there. See it? Right there. Can I bring it up more? No, I can't. Let me go back to my screen. All right. Let me go back to the lighting here. Okay. So tell me where you're ever going to see that. I think I posted that on my main page here so people can later look at it again and again and again. I posted that video earlier today, and it's on my main page here. I'm going to do one more guest, and we're on tomorrow night. We're always on at about 11 o'clock here on the East Coast of the U.S. on Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. I'm also host for WESU FM's NPR radio station, the Cosmic Eye Ashtar Command Radio. And I'm going to take, I'll take one or two more people. Let me see here. I'm going to bring up Roxy, and then I might do one more person.
Hello, Commander.
How you doing, Roxy? And then Tammy, is it Tammy Richardson? I'll bring you on next.
So last time we talked, we had some interference, and I was trying to explain about the ship I was on when I got abducted to go down to their planet, or up to their planet, and we were discussing how about it was, the ship was about 3 miles wide and 3 miles long.
Right, that's right.
I think you remember that conversation.
Oh yeah, it was very interesting.
So we had some interference. I ended up I was sitting down talking on live with you, and my whole screen went blank. My phone started vibrating. I didn't know what was going on. My whole screen went white. Didn't know what was really going on. Then all of a sudden I woke up inside of a spaceship.
Wow.
And I just sent you a message earlier. I ended up.
I read the message too. I read what happened. Oh,
there's a new one. I think while you were live. I think.
Really? Okay.
So I ended up getting abducted by reptilians.
That's not good.
They said that they know that I had been in contact with Anunnaki, and I said yes, the Anunnaki is my family. And they said that they basically told me that I needed to stay away from them. And I said, no, you're not going to ask me. You're not going to ask me that. You're not going to tell me that. And they got really angry. They said, I don't need to divulge any information about what's going on and extraterrestrial life. And
so these reptilians, I'm going to mention this to April and see if the Ashtar Command wants to take it. Where were they located?
So where I was at, if you're talking about like state and cities or whatever the case may be,
the reptilians.
I was in Lewiston, Idaho.
Okay, so they were over that area.
Yes, that same spot where I showed you, where it showed those Swift trailers.
Yes.
So I was over that same area.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very proactive. I'll message April about what's going on. Matter of fact.
Also, I've been having a lot of spasms in my head ever since then, and I haven't been able to figure out. I think they might have put something in me.
Would you like me to do a remote thing now? I can do it.
To at least see if that's something that's happened.
Well, we'll know. Can you come on the camera?
Yeah, hold on a second. Give me just a moment. I had to mute myself for a second.
All right. So I want to just let people know something here that are new, because there's a lot of things you don't know about my space part of me. I have been gifted the ability to remove implants. I've removed multiple implants over 50 plus implants on my show here on encounters. I'm going to scan Roxy to find out if they have any implants from that experience with reptilians, and I will be able to. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
I'll be able to remove the implant that is there. So Roxy's watched my show. You know how we do things.
Oh yeah, I actually saw you remove an implant off somebody before.
Oh, good. So I want you to close your eyes.
All right.
And what we're going to do is I'm going to do some breathing exercises. Breathe in and out about 3 or 4 times through the nostrils.
Okay.
Okay. And when you're relaxed, let me know. So we're going to do here, for everybody who's new to the show, I've been given the ability by the Ashtar Command, my father, to remove implants. And I can do this remotely. I don't have to be there. I'm not physically there, but I am there. So it's just understand this is going to work.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you're ready for that.
All right. So now I'm going to start going into my Ashtar consciousness, which is my space consciousness. And as I do that, I'm going to shoot beams of light starting around your head. And as I do that, I'm going to go scan your head. I'm going to go around. And as I start feeling the energy from your aura, I know that we're connecting. So in a minute, you should start feeling an energy, like a heat energy around you.
Oh, definitely. I have the strong heat sensation.
Yes, yes. What I'm going to do is scan his brain and work down. And what's going to happen is with the beam of energy going into your body, if they put an implant in there, you're going to tell me to stop and I'll remove it. And that's going to defeat the purposes of what they tried to do to you. So what we're going to do is find the implant and we're going to pull the implant out and destroy it.
All right.
Now I'm going to scan you slowly. I'm amping up the energy of beams of light into you. I'm around your head area. I'm going down towards your neck area very slowly. You'll tell me when to stop and I'll know that I've hit the implant.
Stop.
Okay. I'm going to neutralize the implant, which I'm doing right now. Give me a second. I'm going to sever the implant and I'm going to take the implant out now. I've got a hold of the implant. I'm going to start pulling it out. When I pull it out, towards the end of the implant, I'm going to shake it up and down. You're going to feel it. I'm pulling it out now.
Okay.
And for people that don't understand what's happening here, that's okay. Just understand I am taking out the implant. I'm going to pull it. It was a fairly large implant. Sometimes implants look to be small, but they're not. But I've got the implant and I'm holding on to it. I'm taking it out. I've severed it. So I'm going to dissolve the implant. There's one half right here. I'm going to pull them both out now. And I'm going to shake it just for a minute. I want him to feel, it's not going to be painful when I pull it out, but he's going to feel a little bit of vibration. When you feel that vibration, let me know.
I feel that.
Okay. So now we're going to pull it out. And this is the final part of it right here. And now I'm going to destroy the implant. Now I'm going to shoot beams of energy where the implants came out. And these are going to heal the area of the skin inside. The cellular structure is going to be healed. And you can feel the heat energy, the warm energy. That's to heal where the implants were.
Okay.
I'm shooting a lot of heat energy into that area. Okay. I've now healed both parts of that area within you. And let me see here. Oh, let me see what's this person doing. Let me just do this here. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is shoot energy down through your body just to make sure there's nothing left. And the other thing I'm going to do myself is I'm going to alert the Ashtar Command. My parents are watching this on the ship. They are hearing about the reptilians that abducted you basically and tried to do what they did. I'm going to ask the Ashtar Command to go after the reptilian ship right now and to capture the ship and send them off planet. I know they can hear me saying this, and I know they will agree to do this because this is not right.
Yeah, that is why that I went away so quickly as I did that night, because I didn't even know that happened until it was already like, boom, happened.
Yeah. So I want you to just stay focused for a minute and close your eyes. I'm going to put a shield around you. Is this going to be like a light suit? What I'm doing, people, is I'm putting an invisible shield around him. And as I do this, I'm going to protect you. And tell me when you feel the energy. I'm putting sort of an invisible suit around your body.
Yeah, I feel the vibrating energy, yeah.
Yes. Keep your eyes closed, please. I've now completed that process. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to shoot beams of energy to clear your energy in your home. Any residual energy from the reptilians is being taken out. And I'm asking my father to confer with the command on the ship. I know that I know they're going to want to do this. So please take care of that reptilian ship that has took him where he is, and definitely make sure they don't bother him again. The reptilians shouldn't have done that. They're to leave right now. Reptilians are to leave and never come back. The reptilians are to leave and never come back. We're sending a spaceship after you. Ashtar Command ships. Okay, you may open your eyes now.
Yeah, because I was just telling my husband about this the other night, and him and I were talking about it. I said, see that? I see that video I showed you about those triangular ships. Last night we were in Lewiston, and there were, I could count four triangular ships cloaked above where we were at. And then I see, he goes, yeah, he goes, I noticed you keep saying that. He goes, we're being followed. I said, no, we're not being followed. I think we're being protected.
Mm-hmm. So so the people saying they're hearing a ship right now. Now I'm not, but that sound of that ship could be potentially the Anunnaki ship, correct?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like it's a reptilian ship. Do you hear the sound? You can hear the ship?
Yes.
So you know instinctively, is that your Anunnaki people?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, they're not going to leave. They don't have to leave, but the reptilians do.
Yeah.
So you're hearing right now, this happened with one of my other guests the other night, Starseed Boots. Same thing.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your audio stopped. There's no audio.
Hold on, I don't know why that's.
What happened to your audio?
I'm trying to find out because I'm not Evan.
Are you still there? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. It's my headphones. My headphones need to be charged up. Let me go on the other thing here. Oh no, wait a minute. They don't need to be charged up.
Yeah, my speaker started freaking. This is kind of how it started that when my speaker started freaking out. My old phone started flashing.
Yeah, now I can hear you. I don't know. You didn't mute yourself, did you?
No, I wasn't even touching my phone.
I wasn't touching anything here, I swear.
No, my phone is literally propped up against a windshield right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my hands are way over here.
It could have been the space people.
Hey, it probably could have been. But
And I
yeah.
don't think I think it could have been the Anunnaki, but it was definitely not the reptilians, because the
But yeah,
reptilians.
my husband's been noticing the same kind of spaceships outside where we are, and everywhere we seem that we go, I say, look, and look, and he's like, there's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
So he goes, I think we're being watched. And I said, no, I said they're following us.
Yeah.
Because I think
Trish,
they might have figured out what happened.
yeah. Well, the Anunnaki can go after the reptilians too if they know they were interfering with you, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so too. Give me a second. I just want to. I'm not going to do anything because I don't know what's going on here in my headphones. But all right, it's 1:34 in the morning. We need to continue this discussion tomorrow night.
Yes, I definitely will be available. Yes.
Yeah, definitely come on tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna. I'm so excited with all the great interviews we had tonight, and I want to thank I just want to thank everybody for being here, supporting the show. If you have not done any TikTok gifts, please show your support. Before we go off, I want to thank Roxy. You're a blessing, brother. Just to share what you're going through, and I want to do something. I can't let you go off yet because we're not done yet. So what I need to do is have you close your eyes, and what you're going to do is I want you to say these words. I am a Christed cosmic being of light.
I'm a Christed cosmic beam of light.
I am protected.
I am protected.
And I will never be abducted by reptilians ever again.
And I'll never be abducted by reptilians again.
I am empowered in my light always.
I'm empowered in my light always.
Now open your eyes. You're good. All right, brother. Very good.
Yes.
Very good, always. So I want to thank you, Roxy, for coming on here, man. It's been great.
Oh, I know it took a while to get to you and get on this because my life's been crazy, and then just that happened. I wanted to make sure that I remembered each and everything that happened, so I wanted to make sure that I was able to get everything I needed to tell you. But yeah, I will get on back tomorrow, and we'll do what we need to do. And
yeah, we'll continue. And the thing is, everybody heard the spaceship over your phone, the sound of the spaceship.
Yeah.
Darcy Boots, when she was on, the spaceship was coming. The sounds of the ship were coming through the audio. It was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And that's nice. A great validation. That's a real validation when other people listening, watching the show, hear a spaceship. You can't make that stuff up.
Oh, no problem, Edward. It's my pleasure, and thank you again, Commander, for having me on. And I will be on again tomorrow. And if I have anything else happen from now till then, you'll be the first to know.
And the next time, if anything happens, hopefully it's the Anunnaki inviting you on their ship, and that would be much far better than the abduction. If you want to be more abductions, the Ashtar Command is going to go after them. They're watching the show, so they'll find them.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your night, and yeah, we'll talk again soon.
All right, everybody. Roxy Diamond, thank you so much. All right, let me just do this here, and this show will be on my YouTube channel. I am 2 shows behind, or maybe I might be 2 shows behind. So I got to get all these shows back on the YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Everybody follow me on Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Subscribe, and you'll be able to watch previous shows that you've missed here. If you're new to the show, this is the #1 spiritual UFO show on social media. And on TikTok, this is the actual #1 UFO spiritual UFO show. We do a show here. It's not a free-for-all. I brought this concept on here. Well, it's hard to believe. It's about 2 years. After the end of December, I'll be going my 3rd year on TikTok with encounters. Hard to believe. And Trisha, we'd love to have you on tomorrow night too, Trisha. If some people did not get on tonight, tomorrow night, go into the guest box tomorrow night, and we will be happy to do interviews with a lot of people here. I want to thank you all for viewing the show. We'll do some last-minute gifts. If you want to do some gifts to the show, you can do that right now. as we get towards the end of the show. Any gifting? I know Tammy Richardson. Tammy Richardson, where are you? Let me see if I can bring her on. Tammy? Yeah, you're going to go on now. I'm going to bring Tammy on. I have to bring her on because she was, after Tammy, that's our last guest. I did promise her. So Tammy's going to be our last guest tonight at 1:38 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast. Don't forget about Tammy. Hey, Tammy, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, I can hear you. I'm trying to
How
get
are you, Commander?
Good. Give me a second here. I'm putting my headphones back in my thing here
Kid.
because they evidently they need to be charged up. So I'm gonna put them there. Let them stay there. So tell us what you want to share tonight, and you're our last guest for the evening.
Okay, my daughter is here with me, and she's experienced several times abductions and gaps in time. She's actually woken up on a ship. I'll let her talk.
Okay, that'd be great. And you're watching Encounters. This show is for entertainment purposes only. And nice to meet. And your daughter, what's her name?
My name's Rachel.
Rachel, how you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
Good. And tell us about yourself and what's happening with you.
I'm 32 years old. I've always kind of lived within the same area, within like maybe 15 miles. So I've never been too hard to find, but my memories go so far back into my childhood. So I have very like vivid experiences that I know, I think, I've been used for reproductive purposes since I hit puberty. And I know that it's been very fruitful. So I have been like a commodity, if anything. I do have 2 children of my own now, but I would say that they started harvesting my eggs when I was probably about 13.
So you're being abducted by what did the beings look like?
So the couple of very like vivid encounters I've had, I woke up from like maybe an anesthesia or something when I was on a table, and I encountered an insectoid.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense or if that's like I guess he had a very shrill voice that my ears were not used to hearing that pitch. But I heard him communicate in English when he saw me rising up out of my paralysis on the table, and I saw a bright light. I knew I was on some kind of operating table. It was a very sterile environment, and I was put back out. And
because he said he's waking up.
Yeah, he had a very shrill voice that was very alarmed when I started to wake up, and then they put me back down pretty quickly.
Yes, that's not good. So when anyone, and I work with the Ashtar Command, the Galactic Forces of Light. So when I hear stories like this, they're going to program you to believe they're doing something good for you, that you should be happy they're doing it. And it's not that way. They just program it in your consciousness.
I've never felt that way because I've encountered some like health issues from it.
Okay.
So as a teenager, I had like it gets pretty personal, but I had ovarian cysts that were life-threatening because they were harvesting so many of my eggs all at once.
And I'm just going to say for entertainment purposes only.
It was abnormal.
So here's what I'd like to do. I want you to come back on tomorrow night, and I want to work with you in my space consciousness to stop them from doing what they're doing to you.
Yeah, because at this point now too, I believe that they've infiltrated my home since I've had my 2 children.
While you were pregnant with your second?
While I was pregnant with my second child as well. So it's never like I've always had like adverse reactions, and my body is always like rejected what they've done to me, and I've got sick. But with absolutely no diagnosis, but I've had some, health scares here and there that no one would ever be able to scan my body and tell that there's something wrong. But
I want to
Yeah.
do this the right way, and it's like 1:43 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if you can come on after 11 tomorrow night, I will spend time with you, and we will actually not only stop them from doing what they're doing, we'll clear the energies in your home, the residual energies, and they don't want to mess around with the Ashtar Command, because I am with the Ashtar Command, and they don't want to mess around with me because they're going to be sent back out into the universe where they came from, and they're not going to be allowed to do what they've been doing to you for so many years. We're going to put a stop to it.
Yeah, okay. I just don't know like how malicious these certain races that I've encountered are, but I know that they've been with me my whole life.
Well, they're going to be in for a rude awakening tomorrow night when I get rid of them through working with you remotely here. I'm also going to alert the Ashtar Command to these beings, and they'll be alerted. They're watching the show right now. They're hearing everything you're saying about these beings, the insectoid.
Someone's tapping in. Everyone's tapping in.
Yeah, so we're going to put a stop to it. We're going to help you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I appreciate you. And we are going to, I got to do this the right way. So we will definitely help you.
Thank you, Commander.
All right. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow night. And we definitely, she's going to be our first guest, and we're going to help everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Tammy, we'll have you guys on, and I thank you for coming up here. I'm glad I brought you up here before we shut down the show.
Have a good evening.
You too, guys. We'll bring you up tomorrow night. I'm going to end the show. It's on the East Coast here. I got to get some rest and go off planet. I appreciate everybody here. We're going to bring Tammy up and her daughter tomorrow night first. Then we're going to bring more people up. I'll have more information to share with you, hopefully, about what's going on in England. And we'll go. There's still a lot going on right now. So I want to thank you all for being here, watching the show. Have a great night. Have a good Friday. And we love everybody out there. I always tell people that we love you because we do. And I appreciate that. So it's time for me to wind down. I'm a little bit tired now. So thank you very much for the support. Mary and Ray, take care, everybody out there. Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate you. Maria Sanchez. And again, if you want to be a guest, remember tomorrow night we'll be doing more interviews with people, sharing more information. Saturday night is Ashtar Command Q&A. So don't forget Saturday night to join me and Commander April. We'll be on together talking about contact in 2026 and all the things you have questions about regarding contact as well. All right. So take care, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you.